Hi guys, and welcome back to Reads Readers with your host, Clinton Reed. And today, God, my glasses are horrible. As I said in my most previous video, I was sick for an entire week, so bear with me. I'm still not 100%, like I feel better today than I have a week, but I need to cut my hair because that right there is driving me nuts. My hair likes to curl back into it. But, as the title suggests, today I'm gonna tell you about the 22 romance books that I would like to prioritize for 2022. Granted, as you see here, there are more than just two, because there are two authors within this bunch that have more than one book, and it's like, that slot's just saved for that author, if that makes sense. Now, not all of these are like 100% priority, like they're not like in an order of, I have to read this like right now. But, you know, like, some priorities, the ones at the end are like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 5. Or is it 6? Yeah, the last 6. Sorry if I get to those. Awesome. If I don't, awesome. If I get to all of these, fucking awesome. If I don't, so be it. I've learned I really like romance novels. And with me planning the wedding, all I want to read lately has been different types of romance books. So I just want to get into this and talk about the 21 books that I just would like to read. Ooh, let me slide that back over. I'm sorry if the shelf's a mess because I stole several books from behind us. But let's just get into it. These first two are sequels. Or no, not sequels. They are companion series enders, and I would like to complete these two series. At least these are two of the major priority reads, so that I can read more from these authors. But I feel like I can't until I complete these two specific series. First one is the final book in the, is it just the Fixer Up trilogy? And that is Tools of Engagement. This one is the one that's going to follow Bethany and the cowboy dude, Wes, by Tessa Bailey. I really enjoyed Fix Her Up. Love Her or Lose Her, I had a few issues with. Still enjoyed it, but I have issues with communication. And if they would have just talked, that book wouldn't have had the issues it had. But I would really like to read Tools of Engagement. That way I can finish this. And I really want to read her newest series. The ones that are like loosely based off of Alexa from Schitt's Creek. So, but I feel like I can't until I finish off this series because I really enjoy this series. So, that's the first one. And the other one that's a priority to finish off series is I would like to finally read Act Your Age, Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert. The final in the Brown sisters. And I'm shocked that I still haven't finished it. I was supposed to read it in December and just never got to it. So I'm hoping at some point this year of hopefully soonish, in the next couple of months, I can finish off this series. And I'll be extremely happy. As of right now, Danny is still my favorite sister. I want to see if Eve beats her, and then I will rank the sisters how I feel. Thought that would be a cool kind of video idea. But, I'd like to finish this. I will also tell you, a lot of these are on here for different projects that I'm doing, such as, a lot of them are books because TikTok made them famous. Or, I've heard about them before TikTok, but none of my friends really read them till TikTok. or should I say book talk. So a lot of these are on my list because book talk is like really big about them. Or a friend got it for me and they've loved it, or another friend has recommended it, type of thing. Just so you know. Like this next one was gifted to me for Christmas during our Secret Santa that we did with our little coven of friends. And that is Him by Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy. All I know is Mel Mel Hockey Romance. And hopefully I'll be reading this in February. Cool. This is I am reading this in February. I'm buddy reading this with friends because I needs to know. Because damn, girl. Like I said, for TikTok, famous is books like The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. All I know is this originated as a Kylo Ren and Rey fanfic that was turned into two scientists, enemies to lovers type romance. And that's all I really want to know. But Kaylani really, really, really loves this book. And that's all I really need to know. Is a lot of these books here are recommended to me by Tracy, Karina, Nikki, or Kaylani, mainly, because these are my girls that I trust with romance Rex, like out the wazoo. Oh, and another subscriber of you guys recommended a book. I can't think the name of it, but when I'm waiting for it to come in, and then I'll do a little book haul for you guys, and I'll mention the subscriber who recommended it to me, because queer romance. But yeah, Love Hypothesis is on here for a TikTok idea. Kind of like I'm reading currently Ice Planet Barbarians for my TikTok book of January. This next one I solely got because Nikki suggested it. Nikki told me this was her all-time favorite Mel Mel romance. And I went, sign me up, and I bought it. And that is Someday Someday by Emma Scott. All I know is Nikki loved it, and it's a Mel Mel romance. Yeah, how long would you wait for love? But yeah, I'm super excited because if Nikki loves it, I know I'm going to love it. Like, love it. Nikki hasn't steered me wrong yet, so. But I've already told her if I don't like this, I'm coming after her. You heard that, Nikki? This next one was kindly gifted to me last year by the authors. K.A. Merkin sent me their book saying, spicing up your shelf one book at a time. Happy reading. From Kat and Agnes Merkin, which I've been wanting to read one of their books. For some reason, it's just never got onto a TBR, so I'm now placing it on a TBR to make me read it. And I am buddy reading it with Kaylani in February. We are reading Feel My Pain. All I know is this follows two enemies cursed to feel each other's pain. Zane and Roach, who hate each other. Some type of revenge, and Roach's pain is his. When Roach bleeds, Zane does. When Zane suffers, Roach screams. So it's a Mel Mel dark romance novel with magical elements and a happy ending. Prepare for violence, intense jealousy, and scorching hot, emotional, explicit scenes. And this is the one that K.A. Merkin suggested that I start with of their books. And if I love it, there are going to be so many other books of theirs that just sound amazing. I follow them on TikTok. This is one of my TikTok books, or book talk books, I should say. And I'm super excited about this one. This next one is super popular on BookTube, Book Talk, everything. I'm thinking I'm using this author as a Book Talk book as well. But I know she's super popular on BookTube. But it's because Kaylani recently read this, or has read this author and has loved both of her works. And I recently have been hearing a lot about it on Book Talk, so I'm going to use it as that. But that is Beach Read by Emily Henry. I wanted to have at least one Emily Henry on this list. And this is the one that I'm most interested on because you've got August Everett is an acclaimed author of literary fiction, and January Andrews writes best-selling romance. And they're polar opposites. They hate each other, and then they have to swap. They both have, like, writer's block, so they decide to write the other one's genre and help each other out, and then they fall in love, which just sounds super cute. So I was like, why not? You know. This next one is one of the ones that I mentioned is just an author on here, and that is to read another Katie Roberts book. I would like to continue in the Wicked Villains series, maybe possibly finish the Wicked Villains series throughout the year. If I don't, cool. If I do, awesome. And I would also like to read Neon Gods. So this is just on here for Katie Roberts' book, because I am really interested in both of these. What's funny is both of these are, this one's Hades Persephone, this one's Hades Meg and Hercules and some hot ass threesome. I was told swordplay. I blame you guys for getting me into erotica. I really do. But yeah, I would like to read a Katie Roberts book this year, at least one of them. Would actually like to read both, continue on both, because I feel like Katie Roberts is going to slowly become an auto-buy-author for if I want like a smutty retelling. I'm leaning more towards Neon Gods solely for the fact that it's Greek mythology, but I really want to know more on this. So I at least want to read these two and decide if I want to read any more by Katie Roberts. I usually give an author 3 tries before I decide to DNF or not to DNF, with a few exceptions there. But I would like to try more Katie Roberts. This next one is on here for a TikTok book, but it's also here because this author's been highly recommended to me by Kaylani, and I chose the one that's more suspenseful romance because I read a lot of thriller, and I feel like that might be my best way in. And that is Verity by Colleen Hoover. So I'm super excited. All I know is it's a ghostwriter writing for this other author, and she comes across a manuscript hidden from the husband that could destroy him, and she's trying to decide if she should tell him or not. That's all I know. That's all I really want to know. And it's also blurbed by Taryn Fisher, who I've read The Wives by Taryn Fisher and absolutely love. So, highly recommending. This is going to be my first take on a Colleen Hoover. I want all of the, what's the word? Oh, not nostalgia. The angst. I was told Colleen Hoover's really good about angst, and that's what I'm hoping this gives me. Next, I have The Charmaphants by Alison Cochrane. I super want to read this. 1, it's Mel Mel. 2, it's all based on a dating show where the main character on the dating show and the producer, one of the producers, fall in love. And 3, I want to read it because Sterling read it and absolutely loved it. When does Sterling read romance novels and love them? Hardly ever, so let's go. Let's go. Solely why this is on this list. This next one's on the list because Kaylani gifted it to me. She says, "Oh my God, this sounds amazing. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Merry late Christmas. I love you so much. I'm so glad that we are friends from Love Your Pack Mate, Kaylani." And she gifted me Legendary Daddy by Mia Monroe. All I know about this is it's an age gap romance. I knew he would be my daddy one day. Now I have to convince him. And I kind of want to go into this a little blind. And I'm super excited. Hoping to get to this soon. Because look at that man on that cover. But I've also heard really good things about this. This has been recommended to me a lot on Amazon. And it's the first in the Love in LA series. And I haven't read a lot of male romances that are age gap romances. So I wanted to dip my toes in the water and see if this is something that I'm interested in. Because I know for a time there, I did watch a lot of porn with stepdaddy kink, so maybe. TMI, sorry. This next one has been on a lot of TBRs, so I wanted to throw it on here so I can finally read it. And that is Playing the Palace by Paul Rudnick. All I know is lonely American event planner starts dating the gay Prince of Wales. And Sterling loved it. Kaylani loved it. I've heard the spice in here is super spicy, so I'm excited. And this book made Sterling blush and giggle. Any book that makes Sterling blush and giggle, I need in my life. So, Def. Adding it to the list. The next one added to the list was kindly gifted to me by Melanie, saying, "Enjoy your gift, Merry Book, Miss a Biatch." For Melanie from Completely Melanie. And this was suggested during our live show, our drunk live show. And that is Pucked by Helena Hunting. Now, I've never read Helena Hunting before, so this will be my first take. Kaylani recently read it, said she enjoyed it, but the word choices, like, how's the beaver, were a little bit questionable, so I'm going into this as shits and giggles. All I know is it's a hockey romance. Didn't realize that I had multiple hockey romances on here. Maybe hockey's going to be my new favorite sports. Listen, I don't play sports and I don't watch a lot of sports. Sports romances, listen, child. Listen. But yeah, I'm excited to read this one. Want to know what my thoughts are going to be on that one. This next one is more of a fantasy romance. And that is, this one was also gifted to me by Nikki, which I'm not going to read the note because it's video. But that is Ever After, a Gay Fairy Tale by Riley Hart and Christina Lee. Both are popular male romance authors. All I know is it's a retelling, and I just don't remember. I want to say it's a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, but to make it gay. I kind of want to go into it kind of blind because we don't have a lot of gay fairy tales. And that's kind of what I want to go into this. And I know it's a romance. I don't know how smutty it's going to be compared to some of these others. Which I just realized a lot of these are really smutty. Because smut. Wow. Apparently this is the year of smut. Damn it, Kaylani. But yes, I would like to check this out and see what my thoughts are on this. And hopefully I love it because this will open up a whole other world to gay romances that I feel like we need more of. And oh my god, I have another book that I want to add to this, but I want it to replace another. This one I'm just going to throw it on here. And we'll have one honorary at the end. So we'll have an honorary one at the end. Sorry, I just thought of one and realized, why isn't it on this? Because I originally had it on this list. Which is this one. And that is Football Sunday by Daryl Banner. Which I know this is a straight guy, gay guy romance involving football. This is straight to gay romance. Football never tasted this sweet. And the author is gay. So I'm like, I've been wanting to read this for a while. And it's got small town southern sass and ice cream. So I don't know why I didn't add this to this. Bitch, it's been added down. So. But yes. And I have an honorary one because that one's just. That one and then the other one that's coming are like honorary ones. That if I get to them, awesome. If I don't, awesome. But yes. Football Sunday, which this one was recommended to me by Facebook. And Daryl Banner keeps popping up on Facebook a lot. And I got this to check out queer romances and stuff like that when I read I'm Straight Right when I read Romeo Alexander's little novella, which is super cute and really liked it. So I don't know why I didn't have Football Sunday on this list. Now I do. A lot of indie published books here, and I'm loving it. This next one is a recommendation by Kaylani. I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and I found it at a half-price books for $6. So if I like it, I plan on buying the one that's got the whole series in one. But that is Rabsonic by Laura Tallahassee, which is book 1 in the Bargainer series. Which I was told that if you love ACOTAR or Crescent City, that I'm going to love this. So I wanted to add this to here so we have like a fantasy kind of romance. But yes, I don't know why I'm all over the place today. Okay, these next 3 on here are solely on here for the author. I want to at least read one of these. And that is Christina Lauren. I own Love and Other Words, which I recently, getting the books up for this, found out I have a signed copy. And I'm like, what? Okay. Twice in a Blue Moon, and I also have Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating, which was gifted to me by Kelly from TikTok, so I may use this as like a TikTok book. But I would like to read more Christina Lauren, which I've only read Autobiography, which they were kindly one of our hosts. And I would just like to check out more. Because I think this would be really cool to try out some Christina Lauren. I'm leaning towards one of these two, to be honest. Twice in a Blue Moon sounds super cute. And so does Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. If I get to all three this year, that'd be even more awesome. And that way I can decide if I want to read more Christina Lauren in the future. The next, the only list sapphic romance on this list, sadly. I don't own a lot of sapphic, and a lot of sapphic romances doesn't really call to me as much, but Satisfaction Guaranteed by Carlia Stowman's Waters, which I found out about this on TikTok, on Book Talk. All I know is you have two ladies who work at a sex shop called Satisfaction Guaranteed, and one of them is trying to be celibate. That's all I know, and that's all I want to know. Because I have heard amazing things about this, and I want to dip my toes in some female-female romance, because I don't really read a lot of female-female. We'll see how I handle the sex scenes. I did really good with One Last Stop, so I should be very... This one says if you're fans of Casey McQuiston and Abby Jimenez. So, I'm super excited for this. Next one, oh yeah, by the way, it's this one down that if I don't finish them, cool. If I do, awesome. And there's no pressure on me to finish all of these. I feel like I'm rambling now, so I need to calm down. I'm being sick and having... My brain has been all over the place since feeling better. It's still like I'm there. Whatever. Next is The Queer Principles of Kit Webb by Cat Sebastian. I am recommended Cat Sebastian a lot when I ask for queer romances. And she normally writes historical queer romances. So this one just looks super cute, and I wanted to dip my toes in historical queer. I don't really read a lot of historical, but it's super cute looking, so I thought, why not? I don't know anything else other than that. That and the main characters' names are Percy and Kit. So I'm interested. This next one was gifted to me by Joni from Read to Escape on TikTok. And I had thought about using this as a TikTok book because I've heard about this series. Heard about it before Book Talk. But I've heard about this a lot on Book Talk. And that is book one of the Captive Prince trilogy, which is Captive Prince by C.S. Pacat. All I know is a prince is put in as a pleasure slave. That's all I know. That's all I really want to know. And I want to read this and see if I want to read more of this series, because I'm a really big fan of the Fence graphic novels by C.S. Pacat. So I really wanted to check this out. So I may use this as like a TikTok book, because I've heard a lot about this on TikTok, and this gives me more of a fantasy romance. Diversitizing the romance. Next is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Kwong, which I have heard nothing but amazing things about Helen Kwong. And all I know is this has autism representation. And that's all I really want to know. Oh, and it's blurbed by Christina Lauren. And Penelope Douglas. Cool. And I've had this for a bit, and I never got to it. So I'm like, do I want to start another companion series? So if I finish Tools of Engagement and At Your Age, Eve Brown, I may pick up Kiss Quotient and check out this series. And the last one on the 22 for 22 is The Wedding Date by Jasmine Guillory, who this has also been recommended if I want rom-com-y kind of romances. And this was kindly gifted to me by Melanie at Completely Melanie, who got like 4 copies, did some giveaways. I won one of the giveaways, and I figured this would be a cute romance to do during the springtime. And with me planning a wedding this year, thought maybe like a wedding romance would be super cute to put on this list. And the last one that I'm going to talk about in here, so it's actually 23. This one was kind of gifted to me by Starlight the other day, and I just want to add it here. So if I get to it, awesome. If I don't, awesome. But it's also getting y'all to see the book. So, and that is Every 9 Seconds by Joseph Brockton, which this is a Queer as Folk novel. And Queer as Folk, the Showtime American version, is one of my all-time favorite shows. It's in my top 5 favorite shows of all time. It is my favorite queer show I think I've ever seen, outside of RuPaul's Drag Race. So yes, I did not know that there were 3 books that go with the show. And this just follows Michael and Brian before the first season of Queer as Folk. So I was like, this one can be one of those honorary mentions that if I get to it, awesome. If I don't, awesome. Kind of want to wait till I get the other 2 in this. And I kind of want to bench the 3 of them and then bench the show. Because I feel like we need to watch Queer as Folk again. So yeah. But those are the 22 plus 1 books, the romance books that I would like to read in 2022. Have you guys read any of these? Are there any on here that you would like me to prioritize besides the obvious of like at least finishing the series bottom? Are there any on this that you guys think that is going to be an amazing book for me? Are there any on here you think I need to not prioritize as much? That I should prioritize other things above it? Let me know. Comment down below. Are there any in here that were some of your favorites? Have you read any of these? Have you not read some of these and you have them on your list and you want to buddy read them with me? Comment down that below and we can pick out a couple of months here and there for a couple of them. That way I can actually read them. I've learned buddy reading gets me to read my books most of the time. But yeah, also comment down below, out of the 3 Christina Lawrence, which one do you think I would really like? Just curious. Are there any on this list you think I'm going to absolutely hate? I'm hoping I'm going to find some of my favorite books of 2022 in this list. And if I read all of them, I will rank them for you guys. If I read a lot of romance this year, like I'm hoping I do, I was thinking about doing a separate top 10 and do my top 10 romances of the year and then just my top 10 books of the year, which may have some of the romances in it. Oh, and are you shocked that there's no TJ Klune in this? I have other ideas for other TJ Klune books, so I didn't want to add him to this. So, but we have other plans for him. And these are just me wanting to try out new authors. Also, on the top of that, I want to read more from because we're talking about romance authors here, I want to read more from Alexis Hall and more from Annabeth Albert as well in 2022. Comment down below if you know of any Alexis Hall or Annabeth Albert that you guys love outside of these two series that you automatically think I would love. I'm trying to looking up on, I have one of her books on this month's TBR, Featherbed, and I'm currently reading that and enjoying that. But if you know of any others by them, comment those down below and let me know. That's just a 2022 goal. I'm not really going to do a goals video for the channel, because that's kind of like my only goal is to read more of them two to see if they are a new all-time favorite author. Same with a lot of this. Romance is just my main goal in 2022. But that's all I've got for you guys today. If you're new, hit that thumbs up, and you might as well hit that subscribe. You want to know if I read any of these. But, like I said, comment down below all the things from earlier. If you have any Mel romance recommendations, comment those down below, because I'm always looking for more recommendations of that. I have an idea I might be doing on this channel, but I haven't quite decided if I'm actually going to do that or not. But yes, that's all I've got for you guys today. And remember, guys, always be fabulously yourself. Until next time, oh boy.